SLIP.7 set up for upflow only top feed. So when you don't need the waterfall and you're not going to grow Kato and you only want to do upflow algae scrubber setup and you only want to use the top feed of the air bubbles, this would be a case for you don't need the feet, and maybe the water level in the back of your nano all-in-one sump, maybe your water level is something like this, right about along in here. And so it's not enough to have a waterfall, and you don't want to use the legs to lift it up because maybe you don't want it sticking above too high. So you set it down like this, the water's right here, and you only do the bubble upflow. So you're going to use this one. It's going to go down to the screen, it's going to bubble up, and then that's going to be your setup, your configuration for this. So this is how you do that. First of all, you're not going to need any water tubing at all. And you are not going to need the bubble tubing on the bottom. So you're going to take that out. Also, you could remove the little connector on your water, on your other water inlet here. Just disconnect it from the hose if you like, or you could pull the entire hose out from inside. It's just a little difficult to get back in. You have to use long needle nose pliers to get that back in. So try it for a while just by leaving this here. That way you don't have to fiddle with it later on. So you're going to put the bottom back on here. For the top, you're going to use the lid to keep the light from going up, and this is going to be the main part. So the air is going to come in down through here, bubble up both sides. Okay, so each side of this hose has a little cut, a cut here and a cut here. So the bubbles go here and the bubbles go here. We do test it before sending these out to make sure bubbles go up both sides. But of course, if you move it around or you take out the tubing or anything, the little cuts here and here might get closed. So you just have to get your air turned on and push in those and hold it underwater, and then just mess around so you get bubbles on both sides. So you want to watch it in the tank have bubbles on both sides. So once you have that working, the inside is just like that. And you get that down there, put in your lid, and the tubing comes out. The tubing comes out this little cut right here. And of course you're going to plug in your light, and you're going to sit that down, and the upflow bubbles will work fine if the water is like from here to here, anywhere along in here. If the water's higher, you're going to need to elevate this with legs. The legs, or set it on a rock, or set it on something, some rock or some egg crate or something like that. But you want if you don't want the water being here, because then you're going to have bubbles coming up, and then you're going to have a lot of salt spray coming out the top. Now you can use this for freshwater also, because it will grow the long growth onto the green grabber screen, and that's fine too for freshwater or for saltwater. But the main thing is to keep the water level right along in here, and that's the setup configuration for bubble upflow only with the top feed.